All right, friends, welcome to another show. It is time to do a giveaway for all of our friends watching out there on a Thursday night. Let me go ahead and mix up the wheel just a little bit here. Let's go ahead and mix it up. Pop, 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 pop. And good luck to you all. If you're just getting here, don't worry. I'll add you in just a sec. All right, here we go. Here we go. Dwayne Winstead. Mark is extremely generous and kind. Yes and yes. I don't know about you guys, but I was jumping in on that pre-order stuff and very, very excited. Very excited. Some new AWP. Who we got here? Who we got here? And our very first winner tonight is one and only Ken Dunn. Congratulations out to Ken. He is one of our regular viewers out there, so it's nice to see a familiar face popping up on the wheel.
Congratulations!
Congrats to Ken. Picking up a W tonight, and he needs to do one quick thing to get the prize. And that is drop us an email, info@allthingsmagic.com. And Mr. Ken, grab that magic download from us. We'll send you something fun for you. And as a reminder, everyone has 1 week to claim the prizes, and make sure you don't let that week slide on by and disappear. That would be not so good if that happened to you, so don't let that happen. All right. Good luck to everyone else on the wheel. And if you are just joining us tonight, don't forget, plenty of time to get back up here. I'm adding Mark right now because he got here as I was spinning, basically. Kilo Gello as well, going up on the wheel right now. I see you out there, Mr. Gello Gello, so I got you added up as well. All right, let me go ahead and refresh this and get it spinning again. There we go. All right. And I wanted to also let you guys know that some very exciting news. It's been a long-awaited thing. The new release from myself is officially now in transit out the door to our distributor. But we're also, of course, going to have them for sale here at All Things Magic. So I'm very, very excited for my release, Spectra. We're probably just weeks away now from that officially being released to the Magic community. And I'll definitely have some with me at the Gateway Close-Up Convention. Even if it's not released to the Magic world yet, it will be there with me at the Gateway Close-Up Convention. So I'm very excited to have a new piece of Magic from me out on the market. It's been about 10 years since I dropped something, so it's been a long time coming. So I'm very excited and very proud of the final result. And I'll tell you more about that as we get closer. But it is something, delay after delay after delay, finally everything is moving forward. So we are at the finish line, which feels really good. So thanks for the patience on that, my friends. Yeah. And thank you, David, first, by the way, for the like on tonight's show. Thank you very much for that. It means a lot for the support. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. Would love to hear more about it. And if you can speak to your... Yeah, absolutely. There's trailers. There are Q&A videos. There are live performances. The whole thing, it's all ready. Just now is getting everything just out the door. And Dan Sperry in the house tonight. Good luck on our giveaways as well. Nice to see you, Dan. Let me go ahead and add him up here on the big W, the big wheel. Dan Sperry. All right, my friends. There we go. So yes, Spectra is something that is dropping. So very excited about that. Let's take a look. I know we are deeper in the week as we normally go live on Tuesdays, but we should still take a look at who is at the world famous Magic Castle. Let's go ahead and do that right about now. Let's see who's in the close-up gallery this week. Serinda, Chris Korn, and Johnny Ace Palmer. I will say I did see something. Actually, I could probably pull it up. Let me go here and go here. This is pretty epic, actually. And here, my pal, Mr. Rudy Kobe, posted something that I thought was pretty dang epic. And it is who was at the Magic Castle. I believe this was last night, if I'm not mistaken. Look who was in the crowd last night. Yes, that's Steven Spielberg, along with Larry Fong and a whole lot of other heavy hitters in the Hollywood area. That is one epic group of people. Of course, Cyril, we all know Cyril's face. He also was on AGT last year. But a hell of a group of guys there popping up, and you got Cyril doing the old magic with the flames. Steven Spielberg seems to approve of that, which is pretty freaking awesome. More and more of the people that were there last night. Looks like that's Avi Yap, if I'm not mistaken, with the camera. That's his thing. And of course, he works with Cyril, so that would make sense. See some other familiar faces in there. It looks like Mind to Mind is back there. Enrico de la Vega is back there. Just a fine looking group of people. So yeah, Chris Korn posted something today, actually, where he was performing for Steven Spielberg in the close-up gallery. It was pretty damn epic, if I'm not lying. So yeah, as you can see here, Chris is in the close-up gallery in the middle section there between Serinda and Johnny Ace Palmer. So that's pretty badass. We also have in the parlor prestidigitation this week, we have Mark Gibson and Paige Thompson. Paige is a familiar face over at the Chicago Magic Lounge. Palace of Mystery, Mark Haslam, Cyril, who we just saw, and there's Mind to Mind as well. They've been making the rounds with the goodness that they do with their act. She channels the thoughts from James, and it's a very impressive act. It's fooled a lot of people. And speaking of good people, there's another one right there. Steve Zelke, thank you for the 500 stars. I'll be seeing you in just a couple weeks, my friend, for some magic. We also have David Zerbel. I didn't want to miss him there. He was the guy at the bottom there. Library Bar this week, we have Steve Wastel, Wednesday through Sunday, so he is there tonight. And also Pillar Theater, Half Moon. You guys were telling me about that last week. House Magicians making the rounds. Nick and Mike Pashota there. And the Parlor Kid shows Funny Eddie. He's there Saturday and Sunday. So that is what's going down this week at the Magic House. And I think that's just a good reminder. You truly never know who you will see at the Magic Castle. I mean, come on. Could you imagine walking out to do your set and holy shit, there's Steven Spielberg. It's one of the coolest damn things about being in Hollywood with the Magic Castle is it is a who's who coming through those doors, and you never know who you will see sitting in your audience, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I know Dan Sperry was there just a matter of weeks ago. Maybe he had some special guests popping in there as well. Let me see if Chris Korn had his. Let's see, Korn. He posted something earlier today from the castle. Yeah, this is them in the audience there. He mentioned that it was not just Steven Spielberg. I'm kind of bad with like faces. I know names, but sometimes I just don't get them connected. He said also in the front row of his audience there was Jon Favreau, Steven Spielberg, J.J. Abrams, Guillermo del Toro, Larry Fong, and Jason Reitman. That is a who's who in the Hollywood area. And they're sitting there watching Close-Up Magic from Chris Korn. That's pretty damn epic, if you ask me. So yeah, cool stuff at the Magic Castle, right? That's pretty badass. I'm a little jealous, of that. And then Chris also said at the end of his set, he had Steven Spielberg jump up and ask him to give him his business card. So, wow, that's pretty badass. That is badass. So yeah, you truly never know who you might see there at the Magic Castle, right? Right. And that's what I like about these shows. You know, different people pop on different weeks, and you never know who you're going to see out there. Tonight, we got some good friends. I've already been mentioning Joe Berman, watching tonight, David First, Dan Sperry, Mike Hankins. David First, I can help you remember names. Yes, you are good at that. You are good at that. Also, of course, coming up here in a matter of weeks, I've been mentioning this for the last year, I guess. There is a convention that I'm very proud to be a part of. Excited to get out the door and scoot on over there. And here is a peek at what this is. This is the 2026 Gateway Close-Up Convention lineup and a few more details for you.
Hey magicians, wannabe magicians, performers, hobbyists, enthusiasts, or anyone that just loves everything magic. Coming this spring is the Gateway Close-Up Magic Convention in St. Louis, March 26th through the 28th. It'll have lectures, workshops, dealers, jam sessions, late-night parties, and our featured performers. This year, we've got Chad Long, Jimmy Ichihana, Mark Thames, Steve Friedberg, Luke Dancy, Steve Myers, Jason Bainey and Steffi K, and Danny Chang. And who knows who else will make an appearance. You never know. The highlight this year is a very special 2-hour lecture on the work of Ed Marlowe called 40 Years Later, a tribute to Ed Marlowe, presented by a couple of students and proteges of Marlowe, Randy Wakeman and Kevin Kelly. You don't want to miss this one. And our featured dealers this year are Franzo Magic, Myers Magic, and Tennessee Magic Emporium. Gateway Close-Up Magic Convention in St. Louis, March 26th through the 28th. To find out more and register, click the link or visit BaskervilleProductions.com. Register now before it sells out. Limited spots are available. It's going to be a fun one. See you there.
Yes, yes, and yes. It's going to be a really, really good time with these amazing people. And also, we had Joe just say that he will also be at the Gateway Close-Up Conventions. That's awesome, man. Nice to see some friends here from the All Things Magic world hanging out in person. As you see here, that is the lineup, and I want to give you the details for everything. Again, that is the email, Steve Zelke's email to, I guess, get in contact, or more importantly, visit the website as well to get all the details here, BaskervilleProductions.com. And the convention is at the Doubletree by Hilton in Collinsville, Illinois. So it's just across the river, from what I'm told, from St. Louis proper. And they do offer a, what do they offer? They offer a rate, a special rate for the convention. So if you're going, be sure to let them know, and you'll get the convention rate as well. So there you go. That is important to note. All right. Luke, sorry I missed it. Did you no, the Spectra trailer is not up yet. The products are in transit so that they will be available to the entire Magic community, not just us here at All Things Magic. So yeah, it is coming in the matter of weeks now, and it will be with me at the convention we're talking about right now. So even if it's not out officially, then it will be out through us here at All Things Magic for sure. So I'm very excited and proud of Spectra. Put a lot of work into it, and we're almost ready to share it with the world. It's gonna be cool. We got a couple more friends I need to add to the wheel real quick. We got Grant Flights hanging out with us tonight on YouTube. How we doing, Grant? Flights on YouTube, and also William Jade, 570 on the YouTubes tonight. 570 on the YouTubes. There we go. Thanks for being here, William. All right. I am doing fantastic, Grant. I hope you are, my friend. Yeah, you know, life's been busy and crazy and wild and everything else. And hopefully here we can just have a good time together and put some of that stressful stuff out the door for a minute, you know. Spectra, you say? Where's my music? Very much looking forward to that one, being out there. Alrighty, my friends. Also, Billy says he's excited for Mountie. Yes, that one's coming up. That's on the East Coast over there. So, yeah. Is it a packet trick? It is not a packet trick. Spectra is not a packet trick. No, no, no. Honestly, it's a full kit. It's a full system that you can use not just for Spectra, but a whole lot of stuff. So, yeah. And the delays over the last few months have been frustrating. But we are very proud of the final result. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting, very exciting. Also, want to give a shout out, since he is here tonight. I want to give a shout out to our pal Mark Schaefer, Audience Wonderland. They truly do have not just the best of the best products, but also the best of the best support when it comes to backing up their products. Because there's the high tech stuff, so you need the best support to go with it. And Mark was kind enough last week to offer up not just one, but 2 Apex remotes to a couple of winners last week. So very exciting stuff there. I know they had a ton of orders post Blackpool to fulfill. I'm in that group as well. And I am very excited for our friends to receive their Apex remotes as well. So they are doing their best. They're actually ahead of schedule, according to Mark last week. But that is the big prizes from last week. But they have some amazing other new things out that you should definitely check out, including a brand new Peak device called Duo. And of course, they have their amazing new Signature Sharpie, all this great stuff. Visit our friends at Audience Wonderland. Mark Schaefer is not just a supporter of what we do, but he's also a good human being and an exceptional businessman. And we only, as you know, at All Things Magic, we only tell you about quality products that we stock So it's only fitting that we tell you about quality people and other people's quality stuff that goes with it. So yeah, do not miss out on their stuff. All right. Let's see. Of course, it is not a Taco Tuesday until we have this guy popping up with his latest AI image. Rich Gilbert. It's not Taco Thursday. You know, we've got Tequila Thursday. We're doing a little tacos that go bump in the night, courtesy of Doug Henning, of course. And Rich Gilbert there, dressed up as the little Doug Henning flair. I'm sure Chip Romero would appreciate that. Chip is the guy that last year put together the whole Doug Henning walkthrough display at Magic Live that was epic. No, epic's not even the word. It was unbelievable. It was crazy. It was awesome. It's always fun to see what Rich Gilbert has up his sleeve each week. And thank you, Gary, for the like on the show. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Also want to give a shout out to Joshua Hill. The last time we did a show, a little over a week ago, one of the big prizes that we offered up was a year's worth of playing cards, which ended up being 52 decks, like a deck a week, right? I know some people go through more, but 52 decks, 52 weeks in a year, 52 cards in a deck, kind of all made sense. And he did choose a split between red and blue. So that is what Joshua is posting there, is his shipment of playing cards that he won from us. And he also wins the prize from Mark Schaefer as well. But yeah, he got the year's supply of playing cards for being our big winner last week. So nice to see that posted up in the All Things Magic group. And congratulations again to Joshua on that epic prize. That is a very cool thing to have. I know for me, I'm going through cards like crazy these days. So very nice to see that. Also wanted to drop this news in. This is no surprise to any of you out there, but it is worth noting because since the show that we did last week, there is the big news about David Copperfield now ending his 25-year run at the MGM Grand. I know that there's a lot of people that look at this in a lot of different ways. We're not going to do that. We're going to leave it at this. David is stepping down. Did hint that he may do something after this. He didn't give it any type of direction. It didn't talk about touring. It doesn't talk about anything. He just says he has exciting things planned. Don't know what that means, but if you've ever had a chance to see him perform in Vegas, you have about a month left to do it now if you haven't, because April 30th is the last day to see him perform at the MGM Grand. So again, you know, all the other nonsense out in the world about whoever and whatever, that's not here. Of course, we only focus on positive vibes and good stuff, but it is worth noting that David Copperfield's show is coming to an end soon. So had to mention that here because some of you may want to try to scoot in before he's no longer there. So there you go. All right. Looks like I got some more people here looking to get on the wheel. Let me do that real quick. Michael Cruz. Let me get you over here. Michael Cruz on the YouTubes. Obes in the house. Thank you for the like as well. Mr. Chris Overly. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. We also have Jason Gray. Jason Gray, thank you for joining us tonight. All right, good deal. So, of course, not only do we talk about news and the goings-ons out in the magic world, but we also tell you about some of the new products that are out there. And as you guys know, we only stock the good stuff here at All Things Magic. And some of the new stuff this week includes the brand new book from John Guastafaro. Little known fact, my very first Magic DVD, yes, I'm old, that I put out with David Regal, the music that is behind the tricks that I'm performing, because it was just all done to music, that music came from John Guastafaro, because John is a very talented guitar player. He writes his own music, and John actually did the music for my very first DVD a long time ago. So we do have these available now. This is the third installment in his Degree series. So any serious close-up performers out there, then this is not just card stuff. It's like a nice kind of variety of close-up stuff. Is it card heavy? Of course. But it is not just your standard, card stuff. So we do have these in stock and ready to ship out. Actually, I grabbed a full uncut performance of one of the tricks from the book that was performed at the Magic Castle, and I'll have you check that out right now. A little sample from the book.
I'm gonna try to do something here. I've brought like a little little flashlight. We'll do a little magic wand. We'll do something kind of fun. We're going to see if lightning can strike twice. And I have both of you help me, okay? Okay, for the first one, I'm just going to have you select a card at random, Jason, to take any card you want. Okay. Yeah, you can show it around.
All right.
You can just drop that in the deck for me. Fair enough. So we're going to bear that. Now, can lightning strike once? So here we go. Well, it's more than a magic wand. Check this out. 1, 2. It's already kind of fun, right? Let's see if it caused a card to change in the middle of the deck. With any luck, there should be. Oh, look, there's a lightning bolt right in the middle of the deck. I don't know what card you had. This hit card happens to be the 2 of Hearts. Was that your card? So we know that lightning can strike once. The 2 of Hearts on this lightning bolt. But let's see if we can make it strike twice. So, Steve, we're going to do something a little bit different with you. I'll tell you, as the cards go across the table, just say stop somewhere in the middle for me.
Stop.
Right there? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just push that card out. You can take it out. You can show everybody. Perfect. I'll push this. We'll bury this back. Actually, instead of burying it in the deck, we'll do something. I'm gonna bury it right on the table, right underneath my hand, something like this. Okay, and I'll just shine this flashlight. Watch. 1, 2. Wait, that's weird. Your card vanishes in a burst of light. But let me just push this light over here. That was your 2 of Hearts. What card did you choose?
Queen of Spades.
The Queen of Spades. Really? Do the honors, Jason. Turn it over. Yeah. Thank you so much.
So that's just a little peek at John G's magic. It is all very well thought out. The methods are clever but not difficult, which I think is important to note. And the presentations just always are fun and sometimes relatable, and just there's some stuff in here with things about little Las Vegas theme, which of course I like being out here in Vegas. But yeah, if you're just a fan of good close-up magic, I can't recommend this book enough. We are, of course, proud to have this here at All Things Magic. So if you guys don't have it yet, I know a lot of people are waiting for it or picked it up at a convention early. You know how good it is. But if you are one of those that are out there looking for some fresh, fun stuff to work on and add to your sets, this is really good, solid stuff. So that is awesome sauce. That is some goodness out there from Mr. John G. Also, as a reminder, these are officially back in stock.
Oh, yeah!
The best damn invisible decks from us here at All Things Magic. These are the ones that are Teller approved. So our pal out there, Stephen Perry, demoing this at Magic Lab a couple years ago to Teller. And Teller was really impressed with the treatment that's used, but also the placement and the whole kind of system in place. We have them in red. We do not currently have them in blue, but we do have the regular bicycle red rider backs back in stock. So that is important to note. So that is exciting stuff there. And also a couple other quick little back in stock things. The Shadow Wallet has been out of stock for quite some time. This is from D. Christopher. This is a beautiful wallet that allows you to do a couple things. Allows you to use it as a peak, which I know a lot of people have their own peak wallets, but also there is a beautiful self-contained index here, which also makes this nice. You can see it here. It's not a big, billfold type wallet. It's just a nice, slim, minimalistic type of wallet, and it is nice. And there's also a really nice discussion about it from D and I over on the product page as well, telling you about it there. So yeah, this is a really nice wallet. Again, it is officially back in stock. So that is back for you, the Shadow Wallet. And the other wallet, if you're a wallet aficionado, the Orphic Plus wallet is also back in stock. This one is not an index and a peak. This one does much more. This actually involves a peak, which of course most wallets do these days, a switch, which is very, very easy to do, but very fooling, and also a loading chamber. So you can have things for predictions or of course your signed playing cards. And it's another nice, just slim looking wallet that it'll look the part. It's not going to look out of place like a Magic prop. So between this one and the other one, the Shadow Wallet, you're in good hands with those. If you want to learn more about them, check out the product pages there over All Things Magic, and we'll get you all squared away. All right. So that is cool stuff. How we doing there? Scott R. Smith. Scott is in the house. Let me make sure to get him on the prize wheel. All right, Scott R. Smith. Speaking of prize wheels tonight, we are going to offer up for our giveaway, the big giveaway tonight, is a TCC close-up bag filled with amazing close-up magic that I'll handpick for you. These bags have been out of stock for some time. They're finally back in stock. So we have got them, and I thought it'd be fun to fill one up and ship it to one of you out there. So the bag alone, I think the one that we have is $35, and then we'll throw in another $150 worth of magic. So we'll get you over $200 regardless, and you can enter that in a couple different ways to win tonight's giveaway. And I'll show you what they are right about now. If you are interested, the ways to enter our giveaway, are as you see there on the other side of the screen. Why is this flopping around? There we go. Purchase raffle tickets, which we do have for you over at All Things Magic. Let me just grab the link for that for you real quick. You can enter for as little as $5, and that's what's fun around here is you can win a whole lot of magic for just $5. We also have a $5 minimum super chat over on YouTube. So if you're watching over on the YT, you can drop us a super chat, at least $5, and that'll get you in the running and on this slot machine we got for you. And also a 500 stars minimum over on Facebook. It's kind of the equivalent of the super chat over on YouTube. Get your FB stars here if you want to do it that way. You do get bonus entries if you end up purchasing directly from us with the raffle tickets, but that is totally up to you. And we will do our first giveaway for our supporters in just a moment. There are a couple more people that I need to add to that, so let me just look here. I need to get Derek. I got Derek up there. Thank you for the raffle tickets there, Derek. David Ducharme. David is getting added right now. He got multiple entries. Also, Ron Jackson. Thank you so much for the 500 stars. Mr. Action Jackson in the house tonight. All right. Thank you, Ron. And Eric Elmore also popping in with some entries tonight. Good luck to you, Eric. Let me get you here. Alrighty, there we go, Eric. Dun, dun, dun. And a quick refresh shows we got a couple more people popping in with some entries. Mr. Lou Inton looking for a W tonight. He's getting a few entries here. Let's get you added up here, Mr. Lou. And as always, thank you for your support. There we go. Also, I see TJ Newton. Good luck to TJ on our giveaway. Thanks for the support out there. And another one just popping in as well. Get a little refresh here. And we also have Aaron, or is that just a product? Nope, I was wrong. That is Aaron picking up a few entries there as well. So Aaron, let me get you on here. Here we go, Aaron. There we go. Thank you. As a reminder, my friends, you know, the raffle tickets and the support we do for the giveaways also helps us just keep the lights on. The technology that I use to run these shows each week is not cheap. It is something I have to pay for, along with our Zoom room, which I also do pay for out of pocket for our friends to use. And also just as a business, you know, it just helps us keep the wheels spinning. So thank you for all the help for all of that. So thank you for the support, my friends. It does go a long way, more than you think. And it's just our way of saying thank you when we do these type of giveaways. So thank you. Let me just get these checked off the list so I do not add you on or miss you there. Okay, those are all checked off real quick. All right, very, very good. And then I'll also add Ron Jackson really quick because we're about to do that spin. So got Ron Jackson there. And Steve Z. Steve Z picking up a couple entries as well. Mr. Steve Z. Steve Z and another Steve Z. There we go. And I think I just saw another raffle ticket or two. There we go. Black Bear Magic coming in hot. Coming in hot. Looking for a big win tonight. Black Bear Magic. Thank you for the support. Black Bear Magic. If I'm not mistaken, that is our pal, Mr. Joshua. Okay, got you there. And then you picked up a few more. Let me add you down here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I think there was one more. And Robert Terada. Let's get Robert on there too. Robert. All righty. Good luck to you, Robert. And one more popping on in here. You guys are keeping busy over here. It's okay. We got Richard Herbert. Richard's looking for some love tonight. Let's get you on here, Richard. All right, Richard. Alrighty, you are all set, my friend. Okie dokie. Let us see here. Let's go ahead and do the first spin of the evening. Okay. There we go. And dun dun dun. Bring up the other wheel. Oh, what am I doing? It's the wrong wheel. Sorry. Okay, let's do this. My bad. Here we go. All right, friends. Good luck to all of you. Oh, someone else just popped in. I felt it. Let's jump back. Can't leave anyone out. This one is Keith Wojo. Mr. Wojo looking to jump on here as well. All right, let's get Mr. Wojo on there. Appreciate the support. Here we go. All right, you are good to go, Mr. Wojo. There we go. Da, 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 and da, da, da. And yes, that will do that. All right, cool. Good deal. So let's go. Let's go. Let's see who our first supporter is going to be. Picking up a win and maybe going for a little bonus action tonight. Let's do it. Good luck, friends. And we do have Mr. Black Bear Magic himself. I believe that is Mr. Joshua.
Congratulations!
Picking up a win already for being one of our supporters out there. Of course, he now has a decision to make. Does he want to press his luck? That is the question of the hour. That is a question everyone wants to know. Does he want to keep the prize that he won, valued at right at $20, or does he want to go for the big prizes worth much more than that? Of course, there is the chance that if you hit a whammy, then you win nada. But that is the chance you take to have some fun, get a little risky, and see how you feel tonight. So let's see what he wants to do. Mano Magic says you got to press that shit. We got a congrats dropping in from Mike Hickens. Billy Eppner also saying you got to press it. Got to press it. Let's see what he wants to do. I'll go ahead and drop in a little countdown here. Let me get rid of the countdown because he has spoken. I do. He says press away. All right, everybody. This is the place to be. This is the bonus wheel that you are looking at. Some fun magic, and of course, the not so fun whammies are here as well. But we are very excited, keeping fingers crossed. And you know what? We'll actually leave the whammy that we got rid of last time. We'll leave it off because usually it's 50-50 split, whammies and prizes. Tonight, we'll just leave the extra whammy off from last time. How about that? So we'll go ahead and reboot the wheel, get it moving and grooving. And of course, there's also the big spin bonus, which means he would win the prize that he already won and another prize as well. So there we go. Ron Action Jackson says, there's no way I could host this show alone like Luke does. I'd need a team to take care of all Luke is doing during their live shows. I appreciate that, Ron. It is a lot of work. It is more than people, I think, would ever imagine behind the scenes, but I love it. I love doing it just as much as I love doing magic. You know, live streaming and all this stuff, it really makes me, gets me fired up, just like magic does. So happy to do it. And thanks for the love. I appreciate that. It does mean a lot. I know I'm yapping. Let's stop the yapping, start the spinning. Here we go. Here we go, everybody. Let's go. Let's get the fingers crossed for our buddy Black Bear Magic, a.k.a. Josh. Let's go. Don't applaud that. Come on now. Come on now. Well, we will, of course, get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Come on, get out of here. This way. I said go. Hello? You must go. You must go. God, man. Just get out of here. All right. So the good news is I will keep Joshua, of course, on the other wheel, the slot machine wheel. That way you are not out of the big giveaway tonight. Okay? So you're still there. Okay. Important stuff. Okay. Well, that's never fun, but it does happen. It does happen. And that's what makes the show interesting, right? Because you really never know what's going to happen. And that keeps me on my toes and keeps you guys guessing as well. All right. Let's see tonight what else I got for you. Let's see. This was also a nice thing to see from one of our pals out there in All Things Magic Land, our friend Ryan Wallace. He went to a convention, I think like a week or so ago, called NimCon. NimCon is over on the East Coast. And he was picking up some cool stuff. Got the John G. book, one of the books there. A little figurine action. Leonard Green. He's got a John Armstrong book. A little Harry Potter goodness over there. Some stuff from Paul Richards, who I definitely big fan of. Paul put out my very first product a long time ago. There he is, looking all Paul Richards-like. Good man. And, of course, Ryan Wallace repping the ATM gear. Love to see that. Repping the zip-up hoodie there. I believe that's Mateo. Don't remember how to pronounce his last name, but Mateo is a young creator of magic. And he's got some very clever ideas. I'm sure we'll hear more about his name over the years. Also, checking out some other details from the convention. This made me smile, though. I don't know if any of you guys knew about this or not, but Eric, I'm sure everyone heard about Eric going through some stuff with his health, some very, very serious stuff. But it was so nice to see Ryan snapping a photo there with Eric Jones. Back up on his feet. I think he's got one more, pretty major surgery to go through, but he's fighting through rehab now and literally getting back up on his feet again. And I think it's just really, really nice to see him back out, hanging out with the magicians in the little social scene there in NimCon. So love to see Eric back up there. That made me smile for sure. So like to see that. Also wanted to show you guys, this was neat. I love to see friends of ours doing fun, creative things. And my friend, Mr. Matt Johnson, is a very hard worker. Matt is a friend of ours here at All Things Magic. I've known him for a very long time. And he's now doing a lot of cruise ships. He's a cruise ship guy. And he doesn't just do what everyone else is doing. He's like, I can do some of the typical things, some of the usual, floating tables and stuff, Not saying he does that trick specifically, but he also loves to try to create his own stuff. And this is a test video, I believe, of a new illusion he's putting in his show. Don't know if you guys have seen this or not yet, but this is clever. I really enjoy the creativity behind it. Even the theming of the boxes and stuff. You'll see if you haven't seen it yet. So check this out. It's cool. So yeah, I thought that was pretty clever. You know, taking the old the floating box type of thing a lot of people do, you know, where you pick up the box and then it like starts moving around on its own. Taking that kind of concept and then applying it with the whole UPS type of shipping boxes and scanning it made sense with the barcode to scan it underneath there to lift it up and show it, you know, and all that. So I really like this a lot, and you can see the size of the crowds that he's doing there on the cruise ships, which is very, very impressive. So shout out to Matt Johnson. He's popped on here when he's actually been on cruise ships, just kind of hanging out in his cabin. And he's just a really nice guy. So maybe you'll see him on a cruise that you're going to hop on. Ken also says, I hope Matt avoids the water escapes. Way too dangerous. I honestly don't think that he does any of that on the cruise ship. I think the most dangerous thing he does is the straitjacket escape, the upside down straitjacket hanging up there over the audience. But I don't even think they're allowed to do water stuff like that, honestly, on a cruise ship anymore. I think that's kind of a liability at the end of the day. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's a little Matt Johnson goodness for you there. Always fun to see some of those good people out there doing some really fun, exciting things, you know? That's fun. Good stuff. I don't have these in hand yet. There was actually one coming my way that's not here today, but we do have them. They're just out of stock everywhere else. The brand new Magicians Organizer Plus from TCC. The original was really, really nice, but it was you were limited on how much space it had to store your stuff. Now they've applied an even bigger storage area for all of your stuff. Cards, rubber bands, rope, wallets, TTs, coins, all the goodness. And of course, these don't just come with the holder. These also come with a beautiful pad that goes over the whole thing. So then you can use that as a performing space. But the other nice thing with this one is, because it is a bigger thing, a little more to carry around, they're also providing you this really nice carrying case to go with it. So if you're going to a gig, you don't want to carry like a bag full of stuff. You just want to carry a sleek looking bag like this, and then you can take it out, put out your table, and have all your stuff hidden underneath there. This might be for you. So yeah, these are brand new from TCC, and definitely a bigger size. If you have the original I'm talking about, you can see here just the difference in the size already from that. So these are new and improved. So we'll put a little link in the chat there for you. Magicians Organizer Plus. There we go. Plus. There we go. All right. That is cool. Wanted to mention that one to you for sure. And then I think there was another thingy here. This is cool too. If you guys do any type of magic, and this is not specific just to these situations, if you do like magic in like a nightclubs, like comedy clubs, corporate events, stand-up stuff, you're looking for something that packs small and plays big and has a lot of good audience interaction, this is a very clever release from Luke Osland. I like his name. And Cameron Gibson. This is called the Drink Act. And this allows you to do a lot of different things where you're making, not only, you're able to do like tossed out deck type of things, but now with like a menu and drinks. So you have different people stand up. Then you're able to physically produce the drinks, like the bottles of beer. And then one of them are even able to have a can on the table that ends up pouring out the thought of drink that they were thinking of. Comes with this beautiful menu type of thing that allows you to basically do all this stuff very easily. It's a very well thought out thing. It's a good 10-minute act. Of course, you're not expected to do the whole thing as is. Maybe there's just bits and pieces that you like. But as you know, I'm always on the lookout for solid stuff that you can tell has been worked, and this has. So if you want to kind of learn more about it, there's a lot more that I can tell you about, but I don't want to dwell on it here. But yeah, this is a very smart thing that has been fleshed out and worked out. So this is called the Drink Act. So there you go, the Drink Act, and everything you need here is included. You will have to modify a can to do the thought of drink revelation, but they teach you how to do all that. It's not too hard. So that's cool. So there you go. And then also this just came out. It's called Eden. It's a very neat way to do a card revelation, any card that they name, and then you're able to do a revelation with the photo, a very classic photo from Michelangelo. with the fingers touching, and then you have the card in between. So if you want to check this out, like that, where card magic meets fine art. And it can be any card, so you can do it with a different card for if you're doing strolling or whatever. These are bicycle branded cards, but if you're looking for a nice type of thing where you have a little bit of space to work with, check out the trailer to really see just how beautiful it looks when the cards are spread and their card is the one that's being pointed to in the spread. It's a very cool thing. It's called Eden, and that's another thing that we have for you here. So those are some kind of some of the new stuff that's been coming out. Another thing that I mentioned last week that I've been having a whole lot of fun with, I'm not going to lie, is this. This is really, really cool. Card It Flash. Not going to do the full routine for you here, but basically, and you can customize what this says if you want to. Let me just get this real quick. But I just did it kind of what the trailer looks like, just because. But this is really, really cool. I really like this a lot. So basically, there we go. Card It Flash. And the other nice thing about this thing I'm about to show you, the gimmick is incredibly well made. I hate it when you buy stuff that you mess with for like, I don't know, a couple minutes and the damn thing breaks. I can't stand that. You know what I mean? So this thing I've been going hardcore with for a while, and it's still rocking and rolling. So that's cool. Let me just get this off here. But I really, really like this guy a lot. If you're looking for a nice visual piece of magic to do, I think you might enjoy this one. Let's get this here. I was working on it for something else I was doing, so I didn't have it fully out. There we go. So yeah, like I said, you have your card, and I know it's getting kind of keyed out there. Your card, and you can customize this to say anything else. So anyway, you would have a card selected, and then you just visibly change it into the card that they chose. So you just saw a live demo of that there. Card It Flash. These do come in red or blue. You do need to specify the gimmick, but you saw just how visible and clean that really looks. And again, if you don't want it to say your card, you change it to something else. You know, if you could even write, if it's King of Hearts they chose, right? K and a heart, and then you wave it and it changes into the King of Hearts. So I really like the visuals on this. I also like how practical it is, because sometimes you see stuff like this and there's two problems. Number one, it's delicate, it's going to break. And number two, it's only for video, social media. Not this. So yeah, and I use it with a little pad, Post-its. So I pretend to make my prediction. I show it your card, ha ha ha, wave, and then it changes into the card. So that's fun. That's called Card It Flash. Card It Flash. That's a good one. All right. Cool. So I also wanted to play something else real quick. I've played this before in the past, but I like to play this from time to time just as a good reminder, I miss people like Daryl. Daryl just brought the trick, but he also brought so much more to it when he did the stuff that he did. You know what I mean? But he also brought wisdom. And this is the wisdom that I want him to share with us again now. Even though people like him are gone, I really want this type of wisdom to be continued on for many, many generations. So just enjoy this for just a minute. It's a very quick clip.
Hello, welcome back. My name is Daryl. I'd like to welcome you now to Volume 2. Now, if you've taken the time to practice even only a small percentage of the material that we talked about in Volume 1, you've probably already made some excellent progress. Now, if you've had any difficulty with any of the techniques, don't worry about it. Don't force yourself to try something that's a little too advanced for you right now. Pass on it for now. There's plenty that you can work on at this time. You can always come back to the more complicated techniques later. Now, the techniques I'd like you to work on now, I actually do mean work. Practice, practice, and practice. Keep practicing the technique until it looks perfect. Then and only then should you perform it in public. Now, if you muddle through a technique without taking the time to master it properly, that would be an insult to the art of magic. That would show great disrespect. In fact, that was my only hesitancy in putting this video series together. I love magic far too much to see some of these techniques butchered with poor technique. Now, I'm sharing some wonderful secrets with you. All I ask in return is that you take the time, the effort, and the dedication to learn to perform them properly. Then, and only then, will these techniques look like actual magic. The art of magic will be very good to you. Please treat it with the dignity and respect it deserves.
Enough said, right? I feel like now magic's more about transactional. It's buy the product, learn the trick, do it your own way. But I think we forget the stuff in the middle about, making sure that what we do is ready and that it's good, because magic as a whole kind of deserves that respect. Can't tell you the number of hours I've spent recently really, really honing my craft to the next level. Do I have to do it? No. Do I want to do it? Yeah, because so few people take the time to do it. So if you do that, then you will stand out. You know what I'm saying? It's like I tell my son, right? You don't have to be the best at anything, but for him, it's different. It's not magic. It's just life, right? It's like you don't have to be the best at something, but if you are reliable, trustworthy, a good person, you will stand out. I feel like in magic, the same thing applies, right? If we're a student, if we are well studied, if we put in the work and the practice, then all of that combined will make us into something that most people will never be, because they're just worried about one thing. When it's magic is what we do is so much more than just one thing. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to share that because it's important, at least to me. So yeah, thank you, Daryl, for leaving that behind for us to, to remember, we got Kevin in the house, Kevin Lawrence-Hill. Good to see you, buddy. It has been a while. It's been a minute, but hope you're doing okay over there. Ken says, Daryl left a legacy for us all. How lucky are we? Very true. Very, very true. Yeah. 8 volumes of greatness. Yeah, he left behind some killer stuff, right? The material, just the teaching general card magic, just the basics. Just learning it through him is such a gift, right? So, yeah. Speaking of classics, each week we also go back in time and we remember or highlight, magicians that we all admire and respect. And there's one that all of us just loved, Johnny Thompson. So I found a really nice clip of Johnny Thompson doing some really fun magic, and thought it'd be fun to bring it here. So enjoy this. I'm going to take a break, add in more of your raffle tickets, your other entries to tonight's giveaway. We'll also do another free giveaway on the other side of this. I'll drop the link in the chat for the raffle tickets again. And yeah, just kick back and relax for a few minutes and enjoy the good old Johnny Thompson. Okay? Okay.
A gentleman on the show this evening who is an expert at the card table. He comes to us from Hollywood. Please welcome Mr. John Thompson. Thank you.
Thank you. We have 2 people up here with me just to expedite this instead of selecting them from the audience. Your name is?
Kelly.
Kelly. May I call you Kelly? Good. And your name?
David.
David. All right, watch very closely. This is just initially to show you that all the cards are different. I don't have 976 cards that are alike. What I'd like you to do is this. As I shuffle the cards and run my thumb down, would you say stop, Kelly?
Stop.
Right there. Would you take that card? Show it to the camera. I'll look the other way. It's all right. I've seen the trick before. Now, would you put the card back? I'll shuffle these. We'll give them a few cuts like so. I will stand up, put the cards behind my back. It's a very tough trick because it's very dark back here. And I'm going to take out 3 cards. One of the 3 cards is definitely the card you selected. Now, it may be the top card, David. It may be the center card or the end card, Kelly. Whatever card you touch, that will be the one we will do the trick with, guaranteed. Except that one. Try another one. Second chance, I'll try. What was the name of your card?
Two of spades.
Isn't that the darndest thing you've ever seen? Now, in spite of the wonderful applause, it's not such a great trick because I did say whatever one you touched, and you did touch the center one, this one here. Am I correct? Of course, the top one does look a little bit like the two of spades, the top one. Can you see that? Now, the center one, a lot of people say, well, what about the center card? Well, I have to tell you, if I tickle the underside like so, it begins to look like your card, the two of spades. Now, when I do that, you say it's not a great trick, they're all alike. Well, they are alike, but when I say alike, Kelly, I mean alike in the fact that the front of this card looks exactly like the back, you see? Or maybe it's the back that looks like the front. And that's the same with these other two. For instance, the top card on this side looks exactly, David, the way it does on this side. You follow me? And the center card's exactly the same. There's a back on. But what was the name of your card?
Two of spades.
That's the embarrassing thing, you see. I didn't get a two of spades in the whole batch, you see. I got a four of hearts, a six of diamonds, and a nine of clubs. Thank you. Well, that's no way to end the trick. Let me relax again, and I'll show you something. There is no two of spades on the bottom of the deck, nor is there a two of spades on the top. Don't take your eyes off the top of the deck. Can I get you, Kelly, to blow a kiss, a smoochy-do right at the top card? It's wonderful. Do you see what happens when you do that? The two of spades jumps right up to the top. Doesn't mean much, though, unless I do this. Put it back down here again into the center, and you blow another kiss. There's no excuse for trained help. Isn't that the darndest thing you've ever seen? Feel that card. I mean, it is one card. It's not two or three cards stuck together. David, you can see it going into the center of the deck. I mean, it is not going onto the top. Would you blow another kiss? Isn't that the darndest thing you've ever seen? I don't want you to think we have 976 two of spades. I mean, that is the only two of spades in the deck. Feel that. That's the two of clubs. Feel that. Is it one card? It's not two or three cards stuck together. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. You can feel it. It's a single card. Can you get the camera in closely? Because watch very closely. I'm going to place the card right into the center of the deck. You can see it is not going anywhere near the top. Is that, I mean, that is not the card. Would you blow another kiss? Isn't that the darndest thing you've ever seen? This time I'll tell you what I'd like you to do. I would like you to put your hand on top of the deck. Now if I sneak the card up there, you'll be the first one to know it. You'll be able to feel it. Are you ambidextrous? Can you blow a kiss with the other hand? Turn the card over yourself. Isn't that the darndest thing you've ever seen? Now, I'll tell you what. Yes, thank you very much, Jay. They're an enthusiastic group. This is the last time. Keep your eye on it. I'm going to place it smack dab in the center. You cannot miss it. As a matter of fact, look it. Can you get that on camera? Is that not the two? You can all see it. Oh, would you blow one more kiss? Don't take your eyes off the card. I think that one I'm going to keep for myself. Thank you very, very much, Jeff. Now I've got one last trick for you. What I'd like to do, this is a real pick-a-card trick so the whole audience can see it. While I turn my back, would you remove one card out of the deck so that the audience and the camera can see it while my back is turned? Have you done that? Mm-hmm. David, hold on to the card as I gather these up. May I have the card face down, place it on top of the deck. There are many ways to mix cards. For instance, poker players shuffle cards like this. Sometimes they cut them, sometimes they don't. If you are a bridge player, you probably mix cards like this. Las Vegas, Kelly, they mix cards like this. When they cut them in running cuts or sidelings like so. All of those, I come from a Polish neighborhood in Chicago. We mix cards like this. Don't laugh, it was my electric fan till I was 15. If you really want to mix them, you take half the deck and turn it face up, the other half face down. That half is face down, that half is face up. I don't know where your card lies at this particular point, but watch carefully. When you shuffle cards like this, you can absolutely see that they're being mixed. Can you see that? Like so. Now look at, some of the cards are face up, some are face down, some are face up. In general, that was your last card. In general, they're completely mixed. Can you see that? Back to back, face to face. In general, completely mixed. Watch carefully. Don't take your eyes off the cards. Put your hand on top. What was the name of your card for the first time, David?
9 of clubs.
Did you see or feel anything happen when I did that? That's because I didn't do it yet. How about now? I did it. You missed it. Remember, the cards are face up and face down and back to back and face to face, and I take your hand away. When I spread these out, they've all straightened out except for one card, your card, the 9 of clubs. Thank you very much.
All right. Little Johnny Thompson never hurt anybody, right? Good stuff. All right. Little JT. Well, as I promised earlier, we are going to jump on into our next giveaway. So let's go ahead and do that right about now, my friends. Here we go. All right. Let us add a few more names. Anyone here that I haven't added yet, speak now or forever not be on the wheel. Let me know. I'll give you a few seconds here to jump in. I'm going to scroll through the comments as well just to take a peek. I see a lot of familiar names that I've already got on the wheel tonight. Actually, I did not get Kevin. Let me get Kevin on there. Nice to have him back on the wheel, Kevin. There we go, Mr. Kevin. Got you added up. Anyone else that I am missing? Eric also said, man, I got dicey dots this week, and I'm 100% sure it's going in my pocket everywhere I go now. Great effect. Yeah, it is a fun little routine, isn't it? A little Daryl goodness. A little bit of Daryl goodness there, for sure. That's a fun one. Yeah. Johnny was the best, indeed. And the best, I guess. I don't think so, Michael. I do not think so. Let me get you added up right now. Michael Knight. Who else we got over here? Timmy Vi. Timmy. Let's get you on the wheel. Timmy Vi on the YouTubes. All right. Anyone else? We'll give you a couple more seconds here. I think I got David Ducharme. Let me just double check that real quick. I do not. I had you on the other wheel, David. You are officially on there, Mr. David. Thanks for the reminder and the heads up. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. All right. I think we are all set now. Ready? Let me... Okay, I think we are good. Let's shuffle this up. And good luck, friends. Good luck. And our winner is Ellis Cohen, coming in with a win on the wheel. Congrats.
Congratulations!
Congrats to Ellis on picking up a win. Let me slide on in that email for you, ellisinfo@allthingsmagic.com. We got you covered, my friend. Good luck to you on our next giveaway, friends. Good luck to all of you to the next giveaway. But Ellis, right now, it is your time. Larry Colombo is dropping in the congrats, as well as Dwayne Winstead. Love it when we see our friends sharing the love with everybody. That's the way it should be, you know. So yes, but good luck, everybody, on the next giveaway. On the next one, we'll get you on the other one. All right, let's mix that back up there. Okie dokie, we are good to go. Okay, there was another thing I wanted to share with you before we do our big giveaway of the night, which of course is coming up here in a moment. This was something I remember seeing a while back. We love to see people that are not magicians become interested in magic and use it in fun ways, right? And this guy, Lou Holtz, former coach of Notre Dame, just a legendary guy. Of course, he passed recently. Very sad news about that. And this was a video that they've been kind of sharing again Lou Holtz, giving a little pep talk to his players as a coach, using magic. And I thought I would share it here. So check this out. Let's make sure I got the volume on.
People can tear you up. People can say negative things. People can doubt you. But you can never doubt yourself. You must always believe that you are part of something special. And no matter what happens, people can't tear you up and can't tear you down. No matter what happens, when you have a faith and a belief, I used to do this with a phone book when I was younger, but if you have a faith and a belief, you'll find a way. But I'd make Ben check the night before a game, and I'd say, really, truly, whoa, isn't anything is magic. That way. Somebody said, how did he do that? Perfectly, I thought.
Spoken like a good magician. A nice little tribute there to Lou Holtz. Again, legendary coach of Notre Dame. But really cool to see people dropping in a little message, a little pep talk with a little magic touch there. It's cool. Very cool. All right. I was going to check real quick in the group, see if there were any other things going on in the group. That was okay. Just taking one peek here. And I think we are all caught up. Okay, cool. Good deal. So I think it is time. We'll go ahead and do the big giveaway tonight. Of course, this is including a TCC close-up bag full of goodness. You're going to get over $200 worth of stuff here from us. And again, our friends could enter tonight for as little as $5 for the big giveaway that we're doing tonight. Let me take one more peek here at the raffle tickets. Want to make sure I didn't skip out on anybody, which I think I might have almost done. Eric Seibel just popping in. Say, Luke, not yet. I am here. I am ready to win. So let me get Eric on here real quick. All right, you got a few entries here. Alrighty, that got that. And there we go. All right, Eric, you are all set, my friend. Thank you for the support, Eric. Thank you, thank you. I think I had another one just pop in as well, or nope. I think that was it. Okay. Let's see. The message Lou told me was think, act, and perform like a champion. I dig that. That's good. That's good. My friend Mary Ann Campbell taught him that many. Oh, that's cool, Derek. Thanks for sharing, man. That's cool. We don't hear that every day. I love Holtz, and I live about 2 minutes away from Notre Dame. And whenever he was speaking, he would always do the newspaper tier. Oh, cool. So that was like his thing. That's neat. I met him before. Super nice. Got an autograph with an inspirational message. That's neat. John Carter is ready for the Austin Magic Auction this weekend. So if you guys are in that area, check out the Austin Magic Auction. Sounds like fun. All right, so I think we are good to go with that. Still checking here. Any other things there? Good, good, and good. Okay. Okay. Still checking all my little tabs. Right on, right on. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and jump in to the goodness of our giveaways. Here we go. Here we go. Want to give a quick shout out to all these lovely folks tonight, really quickly before we spin it. Want to give a shout out to Billy Effner, Mike Hankins, Keith Wojo, Ryan Garber, Tom, Eric, Derek Rose, Keith Wojo again, David Ducharme, Eric Elmore, Lou Inton. Oh, that's not long enough. Come on. TJ Newton, Steve Z, Aaron Harp, Ron Jackson, Black Bear Magic, Eric Seibel, Brian Cornwall, Raymond Adorno, Kevin Long, David First, Billy Upner again, Gary Edwards, John Carter, Dwayne Winstead, Malik, Tim Miller, Robert Tarada, Richard Herbert, Black Bear Magic, Mike Hankins again. And those are all the lovely folks tonight that donated to the show. And I think I just had one more squeeze in. Let me just take a peek. And dun, dun, dun. Yep, that was one more for Black Bear Magic. Not one more, he got multiple entries, but one more entry coming in right before we spin this up. All right, let's get you on there and there. There we go. Thank you very much. All right, take care of that. There we go. Okay. Good deal, friends. Good deal. Since you are from North Carolina, I thought you might. Luke, will you ever be performing over here in South Carolina? I was actually supposed to perform at the Tricks convention last November, but I was booked here in Vegas for the F1 race, so I had to back out, sadly. But I haven't really had any other things to do over there, magic-wise. But that is a great convention. If you're ever if you haven't gone to that one, go to the Tricks Magic Convention, run by Scott Robinson. All right, enough of this chit-chat from me. Let us do it to it. So let me come back here. And here we go. All right, everybody, let's spin it on up and see who the big winner will be. And our winner tonight is Mike Hankins. We were sending some love to him earlier. He and his family are dealing with some struggles right now, including the old hospital. So this one might hit pretty good for Mike tonight. So we want to send the love out to him. And, of course, a congratulations on the win. Congrats going out to Mr. Mike. And, of course, he needs this info to claim that prize. Info at allthingsmagic.com. There we go. All right. Feels like a good one tonight. It only makes sense, right? I heard you were coming to Buffalo, New York. Is that true? I have not said anything about Buffalo, New York. No, I will not be going to Buffalo, New York. But I am going to St. Louis in just a couple weeks. So that'll be cool. That will be cool. All right. So congrats to Mike and our other winners tonight. Thank you very much for allowing us to do these giveaways.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
All right. That was fun. That was a fun show tonight, my friends. Thank you for joining us. I know it's not our typical Tuesday night show, but that's okay because tonight we had a special guest appearance from this guy, Ron Action Jackson, who can't normally watch us on our Tuesday night shows. So it is nice to see Ron tuning in tonight with us live. All right. Nice to see Ron there tonight. Good deal. There we go. All righty. So, friends, I think that's going to wrap us up for tonight. Want to say thanks for being here, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Hope it's a fantastic weekend, and I do hope to see some of you at the Gateway Close-Up Convention coming up very, very soon. How do you not have banana water? I don't have any more. I drank all my banana water. This was kind of sort of like that, but not really. This was a strawberry banana juice. So it still had banana in it. But I drank all of my banana water, so I got to stock up and get more. I had my last one last night, actually, so got to go get more. But that's another story for another day. So let's go ahead and get out of here. And I will see you all very, very soon. Yeah, man, banana water disappears around here very quickly. It's true. All right, everybody. Let's get out of here. Have a great night and a great weekend. Oh, yeah. Very good to see you, Ron Action Jacks. Oh, yes, Mr. Lou. Always a pleasure, my friend. What an amazing, amazing group of people at the Magic Castle. I'm so jealous, you guys. Wojo, get you next time, buddy. Get you next time. And yes, congrats to Mike. That's right. Congrats to Mr. Mike. Hey, Dwayne, appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, sir. Mostly amazing, Gary. You got it, buddy. And thank you for joining us tonight. That means a lot. Thanks, Luke. Awesome show. Hoping to get a layover in Vegas soon. You better. You better. All right, everybody. That is the last word from Mr. Mike. All right, there we go. Catch you guys later.
Thank you, and good night.